you got into content creation, we kind of just had to address it. Lo made some remarks about you a long time ago. I can't let it sit here with the tension.
I'm glad we're going straight into it. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I like
it. Lo made some criticisms of you a long while back. You know, you responded with a diss track. And I remember it because I heard it like a month ago, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot that happened.
Yeah.
I feel like now's a good time to potentially squash it.
I'm gonna go ahead and address it.
Is it real though?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I took it personal.
Oh, you took it personal?
Yeah, I don't really respect what you did at all.
Okay.
I got to tell you that personally.
All right.
And the reason being is because like the way you said it, it's really just how the way you said it. If you would have said it a different way, then I would have been like, okay, cool. I would have probably shrugged it off.
No,
how did I say it? What do you mean by what I said?
You used my name. That was the first thing. You could have at least said like something like 2K creators, maybe sub it a little bit. I just don't like the way how you use me as an example for something that was negative. Because if I was to use your name or his name, then something that was negative as an example, you would feel some type of way about it.
If what I did was a bad video, no. If your criticism of my video is a bad video, then no.
Lo, if I was streaming, right? Mm-hmm. And let's say they talking about some diet plans or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, no, this is real shit. Yeah, I gotta explain it to them. So if they were talking about some diet plans or something like that, right? How would you feel if I'd be like Legend of Winning, he's just completely unhealthy, fat as you would feel some type of way, correct?
I'm a fat.
But would you feel some type of way though?
No, I'm fat, Annoying.
Okay, well look, I'm just.
That's a fact.
Okay, no. I'm not here to address that because like I'm not trying to.
No, I'm
not trying to bash you. You know what I'm saying?
We're pretty like.
I'm telling you. It's a negative thing to say. Like it's not a bashing way. It is a bashing way.
I'm fat, Annoying.
Bro, Lo.
Annoying, look at me, nigga. I'm fat.
Nah, I'm not.
Nigga, I'm fat, nigga.
Nah, I agree with you, but I'm just letting you know.
I'm fat, nigga.
I agree with you.
It's not a bash if I'm actually fat.
But it is.
How?
Because you can say it a different way. Fat is a negative term. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Nigga, I'm fat.
I can say if like this is what I'm trying to explain to him. I can say, yo, he's unhealthy, or yo, he's not in shape. Does that'll sound a little bit more respectable? So you're saying it
nicely. Right? He's basically saying your criticism should have came nicer.
That's what I'm saying.
So let me just a little bit of background.
I'm fat, nigga.
Just a little bit of background for the audience. I forgot what video it was. It might have been on the podcast.
It was a podcast.
Yeah, Lo was criticizing Annoying's content. He basically said it was lackluster, for lack of a better word. Annoying. I imagine you saw a clip.
Yeah, I saw a clip because the supporters gonna tag you and everything.
Facts, they do. They like to stir drama. And then Annoying didn't like the words that Lo chose. Lo was pretty aggressive in his criticism.
Not even addressing the video. I addressed it in a couple tweets. I didn't respect it. That was it.
Okay, so that's just a little bit of background for those who weren't watching peer to peer like a year and a half ago when it happened.
Yeah, just back in the old set, the very first set,
the very original set.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Even when it came down to you, I kind of felt a certain type of way about it because it wasn't really the podcast that really kind of got me angry. It was more the fact that how you were kind of mocking it afterwards. Like people were tagging me and like you made like an IG story or a Snap story.
Yeah, but like if it's funny, I can't not laugh though. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those ones, bro, because we're pretty straightforward on this podcast. Those like John notoriously makes fat jokes about him and he can make broke jokes about John and like they're pretty straightforward with each other. That's just the culture that we've built. I get that not everybody's like that. And I know it's probably weirder when you're hearing it from somebody that you've never spoken to before. Yeah,
that's the thing is I didn't know him. I didn't know him at the time. Like, no offense, but like I don't.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't watch. Your content's completely different from an era. Completely understand. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really know him at the time, but I kind of felt a certain type of way because you were kind of condoning it. Like you were like laughing at it. Like you know what I'm saying? You could at least told him like, yo, bro, like, yo, that's my man's or that.
I don't think I could be wrong. I don't think I said nothing, did I?
No, you didn't say anything. You just laughed. Yeah. But even still, the way you like laugh, the way I viewed it was if like you guys been laughing at this. Like y'all would talk about this in private and all types of shit.
Well, whether or not I agreed with Lo, if Lo makes a hilarious joke, like John makes plenty of jokes in the podcast that I might not particularly agree with, but the way he communicates it is so hilarious that you have no choice but to laugh.
Yeah.
You feel me? I didn't think what Lo said was all that flagrant, but mainly because I'm pretty critical of people too. I usually just I'm not too open with my criticism because I know I have to meet these people. Like I knew I was going to see you at an event one day and I don't really want there to be times where I'm at events or at places, and then people feel some type of way, because the same way where Lo criticized you and I saw you at the NBA 2K League, and it was like an eerie tension there. Same thing with Brianna Green, who another person he's criticized, I saw at the HOH event, and then we talked it. We didn't talk about it directly, but I mean we communicated.
Yeah.
So I mean I feel like I'm a bystander in all this. What I'm trying to say.
Well, you want to know why I also took it kind of personal too? Is because that time frame was like 2019. I was actually like going through some shit at the time too. So like I wasn't really there mentally. So when me not being there mentally, when someone critiques me that hard and just that direct, like I took it as an insult. You know what I mean?
How did your audience, like your fans, react to what was said?
They were on my side. They were calling him a bitch too, basically. They were just like, yo, like the way he addressed it was too direct. Like he could have put it in a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like he could have just been like, yo, like AnnoyingTV, I'm not really feeling his content. Sometimes I feel a little bit wary about this. But instead it's like when I heard it was like AnnoyingTV, his shit is terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was almost as if like he had some type of animosity towards me. You know what I mean? At least that's how I took it.
Yeah,
so,
I feel like that's consistent with how he criticizes just about anything. So he makes NBA videos.
That's just me. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I understand you may not be familiar with me, but that is just me. What's even crazier is though in the video, I didn't continue. And I said no, but the video idea, because we were talking about the one where you were just like Lil Tecca.
Yeah.
And I was like, literally, the video idea was great. The video, I literally said it in there. I just said the execution was poorly, and I would say there probably could have been moments where you kind of sped it up a little bit. But I literally said the video idea was great. Nah, it's a great concept.
I agree it was poor. That day we had a lot of people who bailed out on us, and I just wanted to get the video done, so I forced it. But regardless of the fact, I mean, the video's at like over 1 million views or some shit like that, so it still performed. Man. Yeah, it still performed. So, but
that still doesn't mean that it can be a bad video.
Nah, I never said that. Views don't equivalent to quality. But I'm just
so if you know that it's a poor video, and I said it's also a bad video, then what's the problem?
Because it really, you weren't just talking about that video when you said that. You said like AnnoyingTV, you talk about my content as a whole. You gave an example, but you were talking about my content as a whole. That was the issue.
Well, if I mean, I don't mean your whole catalog because I don't know enough about your catalog to mean your whole catalog. So if you took it that way, then
that's how I
apologize for that.
No, for sure, it's cool.
But it was definitely videos where I just thought they were poorly executed.
I mean, I've had multiple videos on my channel where I'll admit to it, I've been lazy sometimes.
Yeah.
But at the exact same time, I mean, if you watch my content in general, my content's always been that type of dry, bland content. But my viewership just grasps to it. That's how it is. Like Soluminati, sometimes his videos is not really super edited or have any of this. It's really just straightforward, straight to the point. That's kind of how my quality is.
But I'm not gonna say we. I've said the same thing about Soluminati. I don't think that his videos are that great either. It grabs you because who he is as an entertainer.
Yeah.
But the actual quality of the video is not really. Like have some of the fucking videos, he got it like straight up and down. Like, yeah, like so the quality of the video itself isn't that great of a video. So Illuminati is just a very entertaining person as an individual, which is the reason why you would watch it.
Yeah.
So I don't
That's why I don't really pay attention too much to that, because it's the same thing I said in the beginning of the podcast. Like when I started off my career, I was never a YouTuber. I was always a streamer.
Oh, so that somebody else told me that too, where I had to like later, because I wasn't too familiar with your content either. And then later on, somebody had to tell me, oh, like he's actually just a streamer.
I'm really a streamer, and really my AnnoyingTV channel just was like more like a plug channel at first. Anything that came from the stream just was uploaded there. And then on top of that, I had grew so big of a fan base that I had to actually structure and learn how to become a YouTuber. And even with that, still to this day, I'm still learning how to become a YouTuber. You know what I mean? And I also got to learn how like the internet is not really taken as serious as other stuff will be taken as serious as, because like when you come down to Twitch and stuff like that, Twitch is like a supporting community. Everybody on Twitch really supports each other. You know what I'm saying? And when I crossed over to YouTube, I realized that there's really people who are haters on YouTube. Like that's a whole different realm.
Would you classify him as a hater?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because with the way you, like I said, it's the way you came off and said it. Like it felt like you had some type of animosity. Now don't get me wrong, I might be wrong and you might not be a hater, but that might be your personality. But I'm just letting you know, like the way you say things sometimes, it could be taken differently.
I don't know what other way can be taken differently with the video. If I just said the video was bad because it's poorly executed.
It's not about the video, Lo. It's about that you mentioned my content as a whole. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You said AnnoyingTV content is trash. I see the clip. I put it in the big. Trust me, I made sure I put it in the beginning of the 5 Ways music video.
Okay.
You said AnnoyingTV's content is trash. Okay. You later on addressed and gave an example, but you were talking about my content as a whole. You could have just if you were just talking about that little Tekka video, you could have just been like, yo, like that little Tekka video by Annoying, it was terrible. Okay. And this is why it was terrible. Okay. I wouldn't have felt no type of way about it. But it's like you were saying everything, and then on top of that,
well, again, I'm saying right now, I don't watch everything to know everything.
Because like for instance, like Bruce had brought up a clip a long time ago, and I never at the time realized how funny as fuck it was until I watched it, and it was the Nadex clip where everybody was like, "Oh, you're forcing your tears out." You know which clip I'm talking about. So with that video that came about, at the moment, it didn't look like that way to me, but when Bruce kept playing it back and back and back, nigga, I started laughing. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that, where how he mentioned that, and he was the way that was executed, he wasn't just like, yo, he didn't bash it. You see what I'm saying? He was just laughing in more of a sense where like, yo, this was poorly done. Like, look at this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't feel any type of way about it at all.
Well, I'm not going to change the way that I'm going to cater to other people saying, especially if we agree that the video is poorly executed. If the video is poorly executed, you also said it was poorly executed. This being a bad video. Again, great concept. Yeah. But I'm not going to cater the way that I speak to people, especially if I'm not even familiar with the people enough to know what is or isn't okay for me to say it to them.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's 3 years. Like, I'm off of it. You know what I'm saying?
So you said you talk about how you stream on Twitch a lot. I kind of noticed that a lot with Twitch streamers. They kind of
wait. But you're not off of it. If you came in here, you immediately want to talk about it.
Oh no,
I brought it up. To be fair,
he said he's happy that we had it ready to go.
No, I just happy I addressed it to you like in person. Okay, you know what I mean? Because the way it was executed, I felt like the energy was more of a hate. But now that I'm meeting you in person, I don't feel like it's hate.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of just had to clear the air sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's your first time meeting and things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but